This week on the SheerLuxe Vodcast, it's something of a beauty special. I have 2/3 of the SheerLuxe beauty team in here with me, and they are answering all of your quickfire questions, from the best vitamin C's to what bronzers they're loving, through to how to actually combat dark circles under the eyes.
I have not used a single vitamin C serum apart from SkinCeuticals See-Through Look for like 10 or plus years.
We're also recommending all the fashion picks that we're loving right now. There's a serious theme going on amongst all of us.
We allowed to be still into chocolate?
Yeah, very much so.
Good.
Very much so. But I'm concerned because fashion week for autumn winter, there was not a bit of brown in sight. And we also talked about the biggest concert and the biggest news to come out of the music industry this week. It must have been quite a big week for you last week.
Yes, well, I was holding the chat. Sorry.
This is Swifty news.
Yeah, this is. Should I go into it now?
Go ahead. Yeah. We're here now. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. Welcome to the SheerLuxe team podcast with me, Charlotte Collins. This week, I was going to say it's a special. It's not really a special.
It is special.
It's special.
Everyone's special.
We've got two new faces on the SheerLuxe podcast with me. One you will be very familiar with already. It is Sapna, and also the lovely Jenn George, who is here as beauty director because Becky has gone off to have her baby.
Yeah, we miss her already.
I know.
I did think literally Becky went yesterday and we're like, right down to the point.
I know.
You come
straight in there.
in and out.
No rest.
So we're going to talk all things beauty, obviously, with both of you here. But first of all, we've got to do all the usual admin. So what are you wearing, please?
I'm wearing some mules from H&M, which I just got and are comfy on the first wear.
Starting with the shoe. Interesting.
Would you start from the top?
To be fair, I go top down as well.
I probably won't today because I have,
Really?
not that your shoes aren't really interesting to you, but I have like particularly interesting shoes to talk about today.
I think all our shoes are... We've all got mules today.
This is true.
Yeah.
In the pouring rain.
My linen trousers from John Lewis, and they're really nice, like sturdy linen. And then my t-shirt is old Topshop, like old Topshop,
Like proper.
Yeah, and it's still going, so like 10 years later or something. And then the blazer is Zara.
Where's your necklace from?
Oh, Marks and Spencer's, actually. Yeah, I went shopping with my mum last weekend, and even though I am not of the age where my parents should be buying me clothes, it's like the only shop where she will buy me clothes because she like trusts the quality. Marks and Spencer's, she's like happy to splash the cash.
Fascinating.
So, yeah, took advantage of that.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, because you get some knickers as well while you're at it.
No, not with my
Some
mum.
groceries. Yeah. How is that? What are you wearing?
Our joint suit. This is Italia 95. Charlotte has founder rights on this. She did get it first.
We don't have to keep saying.
I will always say it.
The only reason I bring it up every time is because we wear it on the same day
All the
so
time.
often. It's a great suit.
I know. I've now started texting to be like, "Are you going to wear it? You can wear it if you want to." But I was also going to wear it anyway. I'm wearing it.
We
today.
are going to an event.
We are,
this
so I
night,
had
we
to
would
check.
look particularly stupid.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wearing the same suit.
So yeah, this suit, a weekday tee, and then my Zara mules.
And earrings.
My Soru X-Sapna earrings.
Cute. I'm going to start with my shoes
Yeah,
because
do.
we were
As the best people do.
as only the coolest, cleverest girls do. We were at Bicester Village yesterday filming a Middle East podcast, and I found these in Bottega, which
Amazing.
guys were a steal, 80% off.
Oh my God.
I know. They're rubbing. I'm not going to lie. They are now
Fair.
rubbing. But I commuted in them this morning. Like, it's like
I
the
think
middle
it's
of the
good to
afternoon.
just break them in on the first day.
All new shoes
Yeah.
are going to rub. It's not because they're...
It's got to be done. It's got to be
Yeah.
done. And I have actually had blisters at the back from another new pair of shoes I wore last week. So it's great. I don't know what I'm going to wear tomorrow. 'Cause no shoes left. But anyway, yeah, I'm really thrilled with them. I know they're going to be divisive, but I like a snazzy shoe.
love them.
Very
Thanks.
cool.
My trousers are Cos. My tee is Arquette. Blazer is vintage Valentino from Silk in Manchester.
So good. I still wear that
So
blazer
good.
all the time.
And my belt is Chloe. Before we get started, we have a competition winner to announce.
Congrats.
Ooh, drum roll. Oh, the winner of our SMEG competition last week is at oksana.ak1. I just asked Hodge how you should get in touch, and she said just reach out.
Just reach out.
Just reach out.
Send us a
You
letter.
come to the office. Don't do that. You can email podcast@sheerluxe.com and claim your prize. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for weekly updates. And we're doing competitions all the time. So keep your eyes peeled for those. Oh, this says, what are you wearing beauty-wise? That's true. This is a beauty.
Oh.
We have the beauty team here after all. What
do.
one hero product are you guys wearing today?
I've got to say it's my base. I've mixed the Fenty foundation with the Kylie skin tint, and I feel like it's like my perfect coverage and not coverage kind of vibe.
Nice. Yeah.
Mine's probably the updated Refi brow gel, which I know everyone's a big fan of, but it's so great, the formula. My brow hairs basically grow downwards. So this is the only thing that holds it up.
Okay, yeah, me too. And then as soon as I get dressed, they all just push down again and I have to like...
Just keep a little spoolie on hand.
We're going to start with new and noteworthy. You guys have got like intimidatingly long lists of what is new and noteworthy.
There's for you to pick and choose.
There's a lot. What would you both like to talk about?
Okay, I am watching a new show called Overcompensating. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime
I have
Video.
Seen it. That's about as far
I've
as
seen clips on Instagram.
Yeah, it's really good. So it's by Benny Drama, that's his on TikTok and Instagram, and he's basically this really big content creator, and he has basically created the show, which is about his coming out story at college. But it's literally like, if you could just put Brat in a TV show, it is that. Like the soundtrack is Brat, Charlie X is in it. Like there's so many good cameos. It's just like a really like American college TV show, but it has this whole other side of like him basically like being in the closet, and like he's at uni and he's like not come out, and everyone thinks he's like, oh my god, you're gay, but obviously no one actually knows he's gay, and he's like trying to come out. Anyway, it's a really interesting story. It's hilarious. He is like a huge comedian. You would have seen some of the skits, and it's a really great cast. He's got a lot of his friends, but also some nice
because there's the female comedian in it too, right? Who's also like very big on Instagram.
Yeah, they have a podcast together called Ride. Him and his like best friend basically, and she plays his sister.
She's
so that like
hilarious,
dynamic is so good.
What is like the like tonally the vibe? Because when you say Brat, I think of Euphoria, but I'm guessing it's not.
It's not as like gritty. It's a lot funnier. Like it's a comedy.
Okay.
So yeah, that vibe. It gives like American Pie, but funny,
right.
like way funnier.
American Pie's funny.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't fly
Like
these
Gen Z.
days.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I know.
I think a lot of the jokes in
It's
that.
funny and not woke.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, love that. Anything else?
Another thing which we've both been loving is Jenn deodorants. Have you had? I think you've got one on your desk. You know, it's that really like bougie looking,
Very
deodorant.
aesthetically pleasing deodorant bottle.
I might have passed it on to someone else.
No,
Right.
get that back. They're
yeah.
really good. They've got
Yeah.
some really good scents. I've been using a standout one, which like you just don't
yeah.
think
Oh,
of for
that did
dinner.
land on my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I kept it. Annoying.
It's really good, and it's got
Okay.
like skincare ingredients in
Exactly.
it.
It's like, it's a natural deodorant that you feel like you can trust.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Do you feel like it
fresh, yeah.
anti-deodorizes?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
far so good.
Deodorizes you?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Do I smell?
You're fine. You're totally
Okay,
fine.
great.
Can I tell you a hack? Actually, I always remember my dad teaching me this. That basically, have you ever accidentally like gone away without deodorant or whatever? Like, found
Yeah.
yourself without it. So you can use perfume in place.
Yeah.
It won't be antiperspirant, but it does stop you smelling. So
Yeah.
basically, it's just, does this have antiperspirant qualities?
No,
as well?
I think it's just I don't think antiperspirants really do much, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh really?
They'll
I do feel like it
help-
stops the stickiness.
Yeah, they'll help a little bit, but they're not going to stop you from, producing
actually
the
sweating.
sweat in the first place.
Yeah.
But no, this is just the deodorant, I think.
I just think I love the way it smells. It's not like a really like obvious deodorant smell. Like
Yeah.
it does just smell like Santal.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I love that. On the radio this morning, they were talking about things that haven't changed and evolved that should have. So this came off the back of a news story this morning that I think it was the CEO of Emirates Airline was kind of giving some press conference or a talk yesterday and said that there hasn't been enough kind of love given to economy class. All airlines have been evolving all their business classes and no one's ever really done much with economy, which is true. The show was getting people to write in with like things that haven't evolved and should have. And like windscreen wipers was one that people came in. I was like, it's so true. Like why can you still not clean your entire car windscreen and it still leaves that like
or there should just be
circular
a
shape?
coating on it.
Yeah,
you know?
like surely there should have come out with something else in the last like 100 years since they were invented. So I feel like deodorant is kind of in that camp.
That is, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like why are we still having to spray deodorant on every day?
You can get Botox.
You can get Botox.
You can get Botox.
That's
but
true.
apparently it's really like incredibly painful.
Yeah, I can imagine. And
Yeah.
also,
God,
you,
yeah,
must
in
need,
that part.
you must need it in like every pore. Like
Yeah, I think you need top ups a lot.
Yeah.
Other
Other things on that list included cling film. Like why is cling film dispensers
But
more
what's wrong-
specifically?
Oh,
Like, why has
like
that-
it's so difficult.
It's so difficult.
or at-home printers.
That was another one. Why do at-home
They
printers
never
still not
work.
connect?
They
you
never
can, you
work.
can print a human heart, but you can't connect
No, I know.
a printer to your
Can't
laptop.
print off my flight details. Please.
Ever. There's lots.
There's a
I'm
lot.
sure more will
we
come
could do
up.
a whole pod.
We could. Anything else new and noteworthy?
Well, we were also just talking about this brand, which I've already forgotten the name
It's
of.
called One Wild One.
Wild
One
One.
Wild One. They sent some really lovely pieces to the office.
Like,
and
so
we're
pretty.
obsessed. Like they're gorgeous. You
Yeah.
need to switch on to Vodcast or watch us on YouTube to
Yes.
actually see them properly. But they are like these amazing, quite affordable rings, like statement rings. There were some nice pinky rings as well that you and Becky had
Yeah,
tried on.
gorgeous.
But yeah, the price point's like 50 to 100, which
So
is really
good.
nice. It's all UK made, and I read that it's waterproof and
Tarnish resistant.
tarnish resistant.
So it won't make your fingers green.
Yeah, which for like a affordable ring, usually isn't
Yeah.
really the case. So
So true.
I'm
so
really
true.
impressed.
It's giving like Ariel Ratner. Like it's
Yes.
like a trendy
Yes.
engagement ring.
Exactly.
shape. Love it.
yeah, I would love an engagement.
I
ring
didn't
like
know if
this.
it looked real, and then Hot Watch, I was like, "Oh, what is that on your finger?" I was like, "Okay, great. Well, I'll wear it."
exactly.
Perfect.
Pass the test.
Yeah, exactly. You've also put, by the way, on your list, Bottega's new campaign, which did
Oh.
drop End of last week.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that quickly?
Yeah, I mean, it's for their 50 years,
Yeah.
and it's just a beautiful campaign. The main person that stood out to me was Tyler, the Creator. Have you seen it?
Yes.
You're
It's made-
obsessed.
So obsessed, especially at the moment. But I just like that Bottega. It's not like all over socials.
Yeah. Step back a second.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen it,
Yeah.
what is the campaign?
It's to celebrate their 50 years. It's all about hands and the craftsmanship and going back to their like iconic. What's the bag called? It's like
Intricato.
that's it. The Intricato
actually-
bag. Is that?
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's that's
Yeah,
what the
it's the
weave
woven,
is.
yeah.
She's got intricate toes.
Oh my
God.
drop. You can just go now.
You've done my job.
guys. You've done
done
your
3
job.
weeks in. Off I go.
I love that. So yeah, it's celebrating that iconic bag and that iconic style that they have, and it's got a ton of different celebs, artisans, creatives, and it's just like a really beautiful campaign.
I've heard a few things that some of them are American Sign Language, ASL signs. Like there's one that's like I love you and various other bits. And they're also they take inspiration from there's like a really famous series of art. We'll have to link it below because I can't remember the details, but a really famous series of photographs that it's taken inspiration from.
Okay.
It is also the first campaign from Louise Trotter, who has just taken the helm.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a collection from her yet, and so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler was saying he worked with her on a campaign. Tyler, you know, my bestie. He worked with her on a campaign, I think for like Reebok or something like that.
Lacoste?
Oh no, it was
Okay.
Lacoste.
She was
That
at Lacoste
it,
before,
Lacoste. And basically have just like kept that relationship since. And she
Love that.
called him up and was like, "You got to be in this campaign."
She was at Joseph
collab.
when Joseph was like in its absolute
Right.
heyday in like 2016, 17, and like just like before that. So whilst I feel like obviously Lacoste is maybe not quite on the fashion scene to the same extent, but like we might not have seen her work. I
Yeah.
think good things to come from
Yeah,
Bottega.
100%.
I'm excited. Jen, new and noteworthy. Tell me,
Beyonce's in town this week.
guys, are you going?
I can practically smell her. Yeah, I'm going on Thursday.
Can I tell you, so I got tickets and then I got an invite and then my husband was like, but it's our wedding anniversary, you obviously can't go. And now he's travelling for work. So I turned down my ticket and now he's going. So that's great. So jealous. Everyone I know who's been in America said it was the best concert they've
I
ever seen.
didn't go to the last tour because I've seen her like 3 times before. So the last tour I was like, do I need to go again? It's all going to be the same. And it was not. It looked insane. So I locked it down this time.
Love that.
Excited.
Love that.
So if I'm in a cowboy hat in the office on Thursday.
I was about to say, what why? Yeah. Cowboy hat. That's
Cowboy
it.
hat.
So
That's the plan.
last time she was here,
Yeah.
Sherry bedazzled. Do you remember this? An entire cowboy hat. She wanted like a bejeweled cowboy hat because obviously that was the theme.
Yeah.
And well, not the theme, but like that's what people
vibe,
did.
yeah.
And she hand stuck on a jewels on an entire
commitment.
I have not done that.
Cool.
I just
You could borrow hers.
I should ask.
Should
Yeah.
ask. You're going as well.
I am. I
were you
think. Well, she's here for a while. Maybe I think it's the last day.
My invite was for the 16th, which
Yeah,
is now
same.
like
Yeah.
nearly 2 weeks away.
yeah,
so
Daisy and I are going
she's-
together.
Nana's going 3 times. to
Wild.
Beyonce.
Oh yeah, she did say that yesterday.
Yeah. Good
for
for
I mean,
her.
I went
Diehard.
to Taylor Swift 3 times for the right
That's
person. I would.
different.
Yeah.
That's different because that was a show that went on for like a year.
That's true.
Longer, 3 years.
True.
But also the actual show
Was like a
very
year
long.
long, yeah.
That's true. You spent 9 hours
Like
of your
I
life.
did, and I do not regret it whatsoever.
Wait, it must have been quite a big week for you last week.
Yes, well, I was holding the chat.
Sorry.
but
Yeah.
This is Swifty.
This
Swifty
is
news.
yeah. This is. Should I go into it now?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Guys, she's brought back her masters. I've been going on about this for years and years. For those who don't know, basically, you might have seen in the last few years that she's re-recorded some of her old albums because essentially someone owns all of her original music. So basically all the money
Scooter
doesn't
Braun,
go to her.
is
Scooter
it?
Braun,
Yeah.
yeah. And his company. And so she started re-recording her albums and so we started listening to the Taylor's versions of everything. But now she's brought back the original masters so we can listen to the original music.
And has she got the entire catalogue?
yeah,
Everything
all
now.
of it.
But
Even the
what
ones
ways
she's
to re-record it all then?
Well, I think maybe she didn't know if she could or not.
Okay, yeah, true.
To be fair, we probably
Has she
funded
already
that
re-recorded
from the
it?
tour.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So she re-recorded 3 or 4 albums, and basically there's this one album that everyone thought was next. And every
Reputation.
single
Reputation,
reputation,
yeah.
every moment we're like, she's gonna release it, and now she's just not gonna release it because she's bought the original.
Are you sad about that?
I am sad because I quite like. I wanted to see it being reinvented, but everyone, like all the memes are so funny. Like basically she doesn't want to re-record it because it's really quite sad. Well, it's not sad. It's just when she was really in love with
yeah.
Joe and obviously she looks like a mug now.
So instead she just bought them back.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Instead she just spent £300 million to buy it back.
What did you think
Fucking
of the
Joe.
shoot? Because it gave me Ms. Magazine. If I'm
That
honest.
is
Did you
so
see it?
her.
Yeah.
She's such like a millennial, like
No. No. By the way, I saw a meme yesterday that called millennials Spice Girls generation, and I was like,
like
I love that
that.
actually.
Rebrand.
Rebrand as Spice Girls generation. Do not cast me under that
Sorry.
spell with her because I would not.
It was like the Britney Spears. Do you remember the Britney
Exactly
Spears
like
album
that.
cover?
Yes.
It looked a lot like that
Yes.
one.
I think she was probably trying to touch on like an older like era of herself. Do you know what I mean?
Steph told me yesterday that there's a theory that because she has beef with Olivia Rodrigo.
I don't believe this.
So Steph, apparently,
But yeah.
like she sued Olivia Rodrigo for stealing a song, and then there's like a very similar Olivia Rodrigo image or setup,
Okay.
and that apparently this is
Easter
like
eggs, they call them, right?
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah.
don't get her started. On this.
He's got
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
It's Taylor Swift or Marvel, and I could just go on forever, but I won't.
Okay.
Secretly not that cool. Okay, what else, Jen?
Oh, I saw Mission Impossible this week.
How was that?
Do you know what? The first hour I could have taken or left. Like I could have just gone for a nap. The second hour was like old school action cinema. Really good. Hanging off a plane.
Is Tom Cruise in it?
Yeah, he's in it and he's
How
How
buff.
can they do Mission
He
Impossible?
is insane. He literally is like hanging off a plane, underwater for 10 minutes,
wow.
all his own stunts. Really entertaining, like Sunday night cinema if you're looking for something to do.
He's just not my
Yeah.
bag.
He's
too.
not my bag, but I do quite respect that he's never done TV.
Yeah.
He's like the only person that is like, cinema is my thing. I'm an
Yeah,
action
yeah.
guy.
I saw a clip the other day. Obviously, we've all seen Tom Cruise doing his stunts, but I saw a clip of Florence Pugh jumping off a building.
Yes.
I think it was for a Marvel
from
film.
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that clip?
Incredible
Petronas
stunt.
Towers in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, the
Oh.
second highest building in the world or something.
And she just
Yeah.
free falls.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like heights, and it absolutely sent me.
When I watched it in the film, I was like, whoa. And then I watched the clip, I was like, oh, she actually
Yeah.
did it. She did it. And also, apparently, Marvel didn't want her to do it. They were like, it's too like dangerous.
Sure.
You're like one of our biggest stars. Like,
Yeah.
you can't. And she literally like fought for it to do it herself.
I mean, she's so cool.
She
They
said
were so
she said in the clip, "I really like heights," which I'm like. Some people
says that?
aren't scared of heights,
Yeah.
but I don't know anyone that like likes.
Yeah.
heights, like,
Agreed.
actively likes them.
Maybe she just likes the thrill.
thrill,
of what you can
yeah.
do from heights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not for me. Okay, so Mission Impossible was. How many Mission Impossibles have there been?
Well, that's the last one, I think.
how
I'm
many?
not like a Mission Impossible stan.
Okay.
It's just,
Just a bored Sunday night.
but it's the last one apparently.
Okay, this says in. I'm just looking at the notes. It says saw Mission Impossible, proper old school action cinema. Brackets. Tom Cruise still buff.
Still buff.
Still buff.
He's still buff. Yeah, still
Did
buff.
buff ever hit you as a word? That's quite a millennial word. Spice Girl generation word.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it's just like a British word.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. Sam McKnight's birthday party.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
we are
Sammy's
missing
birthday
tonight.
party
We're supposed to be
tonight.
there and
So
we're going-
excited.
Yeah,
So
I'm
he's
excited.
celebrating 50 years in the industry and 70 years on this earth.
Which is
Mad.
insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah.
Still killing
And
it.
he's so hardworking
Yeah.
still. He also has this incredible garden. Like I don't know where he
Yes,
finds the
we
time.
filmed
It's Rose
there
garden you
before,
guys
yeah.
have filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane. So we're going to have a little toast tonight.
I love that.
I was so jealous.
Yeah, he's amazing. I did a podcast
Yeah.
with him about a year or so ago, and it was success stories. And so we ran through his life and his
Princess Diana.
Oh my God, Princess Diana.
Yeah.
He's worked with supermodels, and he has so many amazing
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
We'll link it below.
And
because
I've never
it's
heard a single bad word said about him.
No, yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
Right, girls, fashion. What's on your radar?
We both actually also have this shirt/set from With Nothing Underneath, and I'm obsessed with it. It's a really nice stripe. I've been wearing it literally every weekend. for
Yeah,
the past
and the
3
fact that
weeks.
it's brown and blue,
Yeah.
like good with jeans, good with some brown trousers, good with tan, good with white.
I've seen you both wearing it. It's really cool.
It's really nice.
My school uniform was brown and blue.
Stop.
So I do
no.
sometimes
Wait.
struggle a little bit with
PTSD.
Yes,
it.
there was that bottle.
So
Daisy's
Daisy had a brown and blue stripe standing the other day, and I was like, whoa.
You like have a moment.
I love it, but it's you know when it just takes a bit to get
Yeah.
around. Yeah, it's great.
yeah.
That's there.
And also, I just went on a trip with Dish, which was incredible, and I've just like my whole wardrobe's Dish at the moment. And I'm
Or I've
absolutely
some.
loving
I
it.
keep getting fed that on Instagram and and then I'm like tagging everything.
It's so good. Like it's just so comfy to wear and just fits like amazingly.
Yeah.
So
Any
loving
favorite
that.
pieces?
I've got a really nice like asymmetric brown sort of flowy linen dress, which I'm excited. I don't really wear dresses, but that kind
No, I
of
was
thing
gonna
is
say.
really my vibe.
Nice. Jen?
Also from WNU, we've obviously both been shopping the same size. They've brought out just recently their first ever dress, and it's like this little short V-neck linen dress, perfect for summer, but also could be for the office. It is really quite short, so I wouldn't be able to bend over or pick anything up. But like cute with some gold accessories, some nice tan heels. And then another dress I've seen is from Align, and it's like, it looks like it's almost like a toweling material. So it's cream with like blue stripes on it. Little frayed hem. And again, I think you could dress it up for the office, but perfect for holidays, which I'm already thinking about.
I have another. This sounds like an ad for With Nothing Underneath. It's not, but I have a set on its way, which is a dark chocolate brown linen trouser
really
and shirt
nice.
set.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
on that,
good.
I've seen a really good chocolate linen Citizens of Humanity set. Have you seen that?
Ooh,
Coco
no.
and Florence have it, and I've got it coming on the way. It's like literally just a really nice shirt, and it looks almost like it could be jeans, but it's a slightly lighter material, and it's got a tie.
Oh, nice.
And it just looks like the fit is just so nice.
I'm still into the chocolate. Are we allowed to be still into chocolate?
Yeah, very much
okay,
so.
good.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But I'm concerned because Fashion Week for autumn winter, there was not a bit of brown in
Yeah.
sight, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to wear in winter?
It's just so flattering. It looks nice on everyone.
Yeah,
It's
it
less
really
harsh
does.
and black.
I agree. I've got so many things on my wish list right
you
now,
tell?
but nothing specific.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I really want new sandals, but like, what do they look? Actually, I've got some sandals on the way.
Flat sandals?
Yeah, hang on. I need to tell you about this brand. Amanu Studios. They popped up as an ad for me, and they are handmade in South Africa. And hang on, I need to show you the pair that I've got. Look, so they're just like really cool sandals. We'll get them up on screen, but the pair that I've got coming, aren't they cool?
That's
They're just a
stunning.
really
Cool.
simple gold kind of
like
hoop
jewellery
band.
for your feet.
Jewellery for your feet.
Yeah.
You've got
There
a
you
good
go.
pair of, I think they're Reformation ones, the
do.
brown ones.
Really similar
that
to
have
that.
similar-
about to say you got
You've got a good pair of feet.
True.
She actually does think she's got great feet.
I have
Oh,
stunning.
that sounds like a backhanded compliment.
She thinks. No, I actually
Aside
do have
from the fake
stunning feet.
tan.
Aside from right now the really dodgy tan and all the
They are
blisters and the fact that I need a pedicure, when they're scrubbed up,
Okay.
We were at
Lovely.
an event and Charlotte was like, no, like if you need a model, like let me show you my feet.
Yeah,
And
rare
gets-
though.
Gets
It's
the
not
toes
easy
out.
to find a good pair of feet. I have like big meat feet, so
There you go.
not mine.
exactly. You know,
Yeah.
you got.
I
nice
vouch for my
You've got-
hands. The feet
you've got
are not
lovely
good for me.
hands. Yeah, the feet are stunning.
I can't help it.
You've put Zara feather dress here. Is it the pink one?
Yes.
It's really good.
How
So
good is
good.
that? It's so again, it's like kind of asymmetric,
Yeah.
one shoulder situation, and then really nice feathers.
Yeah.
Floor length,
Yeah.
silk,
Gorgeous.
Love.
fuchsia pink,
Quite
really
like
nice.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very. What's the brand? Taylor Marmo.
Yeah.
It's got that. Got that vibe. Mustn't miss. This is the segment where we talk about things that we love on SheerLuxe. I'm going to start because I'm going to talk about my week last week,
Please.
in which I sat down with the cast of And Just Like That.
Amazing.
I actually can't. I'm still not over it.
Do you know what? It's really, so like everyone I saw this weekend was like, "Is that your best work moment ever?" And like, I am a die-hard fan of it, like
Yeah.
die-hard of the original show. But I almost think that I have spent so much time with them on screen that I didn't even feel weird sitting opposite them. I just felt like I
Yeah.
was chatting to people that I've known my whole life.
Of course you
I
do.
get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just spent so much time
Like
with
her
them.
and Tyler.
It's just like her and Tyler.
Just me and Tyler.
Super similar. And it was like a really whirlwind day. Like I was literally in and out.
Yeah.
I don't tend to, I'm not like a huge prepper, but there was nothing, that is like my mastermind subject.
Yeah.
So like I
Yeah.
didn't really need much in the way of prep anyway. You know when something doesn't feel it, but you kind of know objectively, like, okay, being taken to Paris to interview Sarah Jessica
Yeah.
Parker, like, you know that's
So
cool.
mega.
pretty
Yeah.
big
So that
deal.
was, it was a good day.
Yeah.
It was a
And
fun
she
day.
lived up to the
she
hype
looked like
of
she was
what-
so nice.
Can I tell you, I've met her, that's the third time I've met her. And the first time, this is like 8 years ago, like really early on in my career,
Right.
she did a fragrance launch. Do you remember she used
Yep.
that fragrance? She might even still
I
have
did not know
fragrance.
She still
that.
does, yeah.
And she did it at the Cafe Royale in Hotel in London, and it's got a huge ballroom, and it was in there. It was super
Gorgeous,
big, super
yeah.
busy. And she was walked in with like, you know, her people, security, whatever, and she was kind of making her way through, going, "Hi, hi." And the colleague who I was with, you know, went out to her. We're like, "Hi, could we by any chance have a photo?" I was like 25, and she was like, I'm so sorry, I can't, like they're ushering me through, like I can't have a photo with anyone, I'm really sorry." Walked off. 10 minutes later, she came back and found us and was like, "Girls, you asked for a photo, right? I can do it now. Let's have a photo."
Oh, that's
Which
so
I always think is like the
sweet.
number
That's so
one.
graceful.
That is really sweet.
So
Yeah.
so dignified,
Yeah.
like kind. So I was already a really big fan. So that was great. I'm going to continue to talk for one more minute because the other mustn't miss that I have is the reel that I did with my hairdresser, Pete, for Carasilk, who we have been working with so I'd had the brand, passed it over to Pete to use all these products when he did my hair. When I say hand on heart, I have not washed, that was filmed maybe like 5 weeks ago. I haven't washed my hair or styled my hair without using the Carasilk products since. Honestly, I'm obsessed. Can I tell you all the things I'm obsessed with?
please.
Yes.
So I think there's 6 products in the entire
Yeah, we've all tried them, I
range.
think.
Oh, you guys tried them?
Yeah.
Love to hear it. Okay, the mask. First
That's
of all,
my favourite.
The mask is not only great, I'm sure you can talk about the properties of the mask, but the mask comes in a big pump.
Oh,
So
I
you're
did
not having to
not get
scoop it
that.
out of a
You
pot.
don't have to scoop it out of a pot.
I don't
And
like the scooping.
Oh,
I don't
guys,
like
I
scooping.
have the pot version.
You don't need to get the pot
No,
version.
get
Maybe
the-
some people
get the
like
big bottle.
pot.
Yeah.
But the thing, because it gets under my nails.
But also you're just sort of like balancing it in the shower.
In the shower.
Yeah.
And it gets filled with water.
Yeah.
This sits on the side.
Lovely.
Pumpity
Perfect.
pumped. So great. The Bomb Builder, I'm obsessed with. And once I've washed my hair, but I've got out of the shower, I'm not that hot on the facts, but I do know that it prevents up to 98% of breakage. It's really, really good for
Great for
coloured
coloured hair as
Great for
well.
coloured hair, exactly. And then I'm also obsessed with the oil. So then I use the Taming Balm once it's dry. So I put in a load this morning, just like
Yeah.
all the little flyaways, just to kind and I get really like frizzy here. So just
Great
to
with
kind of
this
keep it-
humidity as well.
Great with the
Yeah.
humidity. You can talk about the benefits now. Go ahead. But I just love it. It all smells so good. And my hair is so shiny with it. And I'm massively converted.
Well, it all obviously focuses on keratin, which is a
Yeah.
protein that you need to build strong hair and strong nails, actually, but this is just for the hair. So it's just really strengthening and also smoothing because it kind of holds down the follicles and the little frizzy bits at the end that you'll get. So that's kind of the focus of the ingredients. But also just the claims that they've made via trials, by clinical trials, are insane. So the mask, I think, lasts for five washes.
Which is
Which is-
insane. I mean,
yeah,
I barely
the
ever wash my
benefits.
hair, so that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's like a whole month for Sapna.
Literally.
And then the taming balm, I think, is like 72 hours of hold, basically. The oil is like 72 hours of hydration,
Yeah.
maybe more. So,
And it's like the
yeah.
heat levels, right? That
Yes.
it protects your hair against. It's
Yes.
like
Yeah, exactly.
something
There's a heat
ridiculous.
protectant in the balm that heats up to 230 degrees, which is much higher than a GHD goes, for example. So you're covered with like super
Yeah.
strong hair tools.
So clever.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing that is one of their USPs is the vegan silk,
Vegan silk.
Yes.
Yeah.
which is like really innovative. I think because they are like a salon grade, they've been used in salons for years and years. They just get it right.
Love that. I knew you guys would have the science behind it. Thank you so much. How are you incorporating it into your routine? We haven't seen your hair before. You're new. Tell us, what's your hair routine?
I'm going to get a lot of hate from the hairdressers out there, but I wash my hair every single day.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that not just so time consuming?
I've got it down to a fine art, so it's actually not so bad. But because of that, I need to give it a lot of love with products. So I use a hot hairbrush to style my hair every day after I've rough dried it. And then I use the balm from Kerasilk, which just smooths everything down. It doesn't weigh it down though, because my hair's sort of falling flat through the day. So yeah, I use that in the mornings after I've washed my hair.
Love that.
Yeah.
Big fan. Sat?
I do my shampoo, conditioner, whatever, but actually on like maybe the third Sunday, I will do an oil. So I'll put it in my hair before I'm about to wash it, maybe like half an hour, let it sit, and then like really scrub it all out.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think people do it overnight and that's too long. When
Okay.
people are like, oh, it doesn't work, it's because you've done it for too long. Just do it for half an hour before
I
and
never
like
thought
give
of
yourself a good massage. So I like using that oil for that.
And sorry, do you do that on dry hair?
Yes, dry hair. And also, my other tip, which is something I've learned somewhat recently, is if you are going to put a mask in or oil, whatever, do not scrape your hair back, especially when it's wet. That's honestly the worst
I
thing you
know.
can do.
That's what Pete's like number one advice is: do not
Yeah.
put your hair up when it's wet or when
Yeah,
it's got
it's because when your hair's wet, it expands, like it's basically like a balloon, and that's when it's the most fragile. So
Really
if you
prone
then
to breakage,
scrape it
yeah.
back, it's really, really bad for you.
Yeah.
So don't do that. So I've stopped doing that. I just let it either down or put it in like a claw clip, so it's a bit looser.
Yeah.
And then wash it, and sometimes use a mask. I've been loving this mask. It's like you said, it literally does last for 5 washes. I only need to use it maybe like once a month. And it's just really smoothing. You like instantly feel it, especially when I've then used heat afterwards. I've just started using the Dyson Air Straight, which is basically the one that's like a straightener, but it's air, not
Yeah.
So I used that this weekend after I used the mask, and honestly, my hair just felt like so silky. The combination, because you've used it with that mask, your hair is like sort of, it has that nourishment. So when
Yeah.
you are putting the heat on it or the whatever, it's
Yeah.
not drying it out. It just goes really silky and smooth
Yeah.
and lovely.
Love that. Okay, that's my mustn't miss. What about you guys? What have you enjoyed on SheerLuxe across the SheerLuxe network this week?
I've actually just written my own piece. I'm going for my own piece.
Please do.
But I have just written a piece on Aussie girls to follow, because obviously from this dish trip, the girls there had like all the best style and like all these amazing brands. So I've kind of discovered some new people.
Love that.
So it's a roundup of some really cool Aussie girls to
Who
follow.
should we know about? Name one.
Someone I'm loving is Emily Yates, who's a really, like, she's a cool photographer, but her style and everything is amazing. She was on the trip as well, and I'm obsessed with her at the moment. She's also got a bestie called Olive Cook, who has this amazing swimwear brand called Cook Swim.
Yeah.
So both of them.
They're really good
Yeah.
with swimwear, aren't they, the
Yeah,
Aussies?
really, really good.
And wedding dresses.
Yes.
Yeah, someone was saying to me that they like literally have got everything for their wedding from Australia.
Yeah.
The designer,
Yeah.
the bridesmaid dresses.
They're like really ahead
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
bridal. Jen, what have you loved on SheerLuxe?
Well, I'm using my new role here as an excuse to buy a whole new wardrobe. So some of the shopping galleries, I loved someone just updated like it's like 46 pieces to buy at Mango or something. And I've essentially got like 24 of them in my basket. So I'm going to be at Mango this weekend.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, before we move on, just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It really does help us out in so many different ways, and it's a very small ask, so please do. We'd be very grateful. Okay, now, beauty. What's the number one product that you couldn't live without? I mean, that is a massive question.
That is a
We're going in at the deep end.
Of all time or like at the moment, something
moment.
new-ish that I'm using is the Milk Makeup. I'm going to get the name right. Hydro Grip gel tint, I think. So it's a foundation that has some of the properties of their really famous primer spray in it. So it holds all day. It's not a glowy finish because I'm a shiny girl, so I don't like the word glowy, but it gives that kind of lit from within look. It's matte without being flat, I would say, but it's a really great skincare product. And it comes with a brush as well, which is, good.
Happy days.
So nice.
Sapna?
I was talking about my base earlier, but I have like serious blush blindness, so that is like my thing. The one I'm loving at the moment is the Suku powder blush, which I'm just such a cream blush girl, but that has converted me. Other than like the Hourglass palettes, that's the only other powder blush I'll use. It's really good.
Okay, nice.
They're so beautiful too, aren't they? They're like little
so pretty
sunsetty shades.
Yeah, it's kind of like an ombre situation, but it's
gorgeous.
Really nice.
Love. What about a classic, a cult hero product that you love?
The Sisley Rose oil or cream, actually, the cream version I love. And that's been around for, I'm not going to guess, but I know the rose line has been around for like 20 years or something. And the rose cream is really nourishing, but actually it's a little bit lighter than some other like thick sort of occlusive face creams. Really nice, just gives a gorgeous glow. Good for this time of year.
Nice.
A bit lighter.
Mine is probably the Caudalie Vino Perfect. It's just amazing for dark spots or any like pigmentation or anything like that. Very good product.
We've got readers' beauty dilemmas, and I'm going to fire them at you. Okay, we're going to try and power through as many as we can.
Go.
Okay, the best vitamin C serum / cream to use. What are your favourites?
Mine's the Lumine one. Have you tried that? It's really
No,
good.
because I have not used a single vitamin C serum apart from SkinCeuticals C for for like 10 or plus years. Yeah, I don't know if it's now sort of something I just have to use every single day, otherwise I panic. Yeah, it's so good.
I use the Sunday Riley CEO Glow one, which I love
Great
as well.
product.
Hairstyles or tips for a holiday in a hot climate? What are you doing with your hair if you're not scraping it back?
That's the only answer.
Because that's the answer to that question.
A claw clip, half up like that.
Oh, but then sweaty back hair.
Okay.
All up.
Full up.
Full up, yeah.
Full up, but with a claw clip, so you're not like, and have a little bit of,
Where are we buying claw clips that are big enough for thick hair? Because they don't hold my hair.
ASOS and Boots.
Okay, I need
Boots have like a huge
That's
one.
what I need.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about the size, it's about the strength.
The grip, yeah.
So
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, sometimes those little ones hold a lot, but they just need to have a really sturdy little spring on them.
And it's like how you get all your hair in
It's
it.
trial and error.
There's some really good flat ones these days. I've seen them on TikTok shop.
Oh,
They're
so you can drive
fat
in
and
them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they're for.
I'm like, that's
yeah.
not a problem for me, but still.
You don't drive, but oh my God, honestly, because I often have a slick back bun. And then
or
the
even
bun
just
is
watching TV, like on the sofa.
that's more,
the bun is
or on a plane.
in the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Best products and brushes for touch-ups throughout the day.
I always go for Hourglass brushes. They're
Yeah,
just
I
the
was gonna say
best. Bit more spenny, but they're worth it.
It Cosmetics do a great foundation brush, which it's like double-ended, so it has like the smaller one if you want to touch up under the eyes, and then it has the big one for the rest of the face.
How do I stop spots around my hairline?
I think you maybe need to just wash a bit more up there, which I know it sounds really like basic, but I think sometimes people do miss that area. I love to use a Foreo to get my makeup off, and I literally go all the way up here and like all around the outside and down my neck so that you get everything.
Yeah, I think also around the hairline is probably not hormonal. Normally around the mouth is hormonal, or on the cheeks. So it probably more is to do with your cleansing routine or, just making sure that you're wearing your hair up at night.
I was going to say
it's
hair
not
up
on your
'cause
face.
It's sweaty hair.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
probably why.
Yeah.
I've also started using just a black hairband, like a thick black hairband for all makeup. I used to do it with a white one, but then I don't know, I feel like that got really dirty. If you use a black one and they're nice and flat to your head, and I feel like you can do it right up to your hairline, and it means that you feel like you're getting everything off, but without ruining your hair. That's Best products for hyperpigmentation.
Caudalie one I said is actually really good for that as well, like fading.
Yeah, and MZ Skin have a really good clarifying pigmentation serum as well, which is sort of doctor-led.
Nice. There's a lot of similar questions here, by the way. Everybody's clearly suffering from the same
I'm
issues.
doing a piece on pigmentation serums that's going online in like 2 weeks' time.
Great.
So
Look
if
out
they can
for
be
that.
patient, that will be there.
Best product for dark under eye circles. Tell me the answer to this, please.
For me, it's just conceal. I know they're probably looking for like a product to help it, but I've honestly haven't quite found that for myself. I think vitamin C is the way forward.
Under your eyes.
Yeah. And sort of like as in a vitamin C under eye cream.
Yeah.
Don't just put like normal vitamin C in there. But for me, it's conceal, which I use the Hourglass Vanish Concealer.
Okay, nice.
I would say products with caffeine in them. Look for eye creams that have caffeine in them because that's going to wake the area up. And then a bit of a weird answer, but salmon sperm. So the old polynucleotides, if you are an injectable girl, amazing for under the eyes. Amazing.
I think I need to do that. Foundation for summer coverage. What do you rate?
The Kylie Skin Tint. It's like the perfect, like, it's not too much, it's not too little. Like, really nice.
Yeah, skin tints generally. So the one I just mentioned, the milk one. And also the Charlotte Tilbury, the stick foundation that she has.
Oh, yeah, that's really nice.
The one she bought out, I think, last year. Super, super light coverage, but
Nice.
just enough.
Can I weigh in with the Westman Atelier Glow Drops as well?
Love
they are
those,
very good.
Yeah.
How does your makeup last all day?
Gotta
Does
set
anyone's?
it. I mean, it doesn't, but I just have
no.
to keep setting it. I've got a little Kosas Cloud Set powder and a tiny brush, and I just like under my eyes.
I love that Kosas powder.
So good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
And the Charlotte Tilbury
Setting
setting
spray.
spray is very good.
Okay, good to know. Best moisturizers for dry skin.
If you've got really, really dry skin, I feel like you need to go for like Weleda level stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, something really thick.
Yeah.
Medicate have a really lovely, super thick, and SkinCeuticals as well have one, which is, I think the SkinCeuticals one is called Triple Lipid Moisturizer. So it's just full of ceramides and fatty acids, and that's going to like really, really plump up the skin from within.
Also the jet lag mask. I genuinely use that
Yeah,
as
masks
the Summer
generally.
Fridays one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
good. It's just a moisturizer if you've got really dry skin.
Yeah, that's so true.
If you've got
actually.
super dry skin, don't be scared of masking like every single night.
Yeah.
No harm.
It's true. Favorite product under £10?
A good body lotion. Like it's like a good Nivea body lotion.
Yeah,
The
or
Aveeno
Aveeno,
ones.
yeah,
Or
they're
Aveeno.
really good.
Yeah, I think with body, it's nice to indulge in like a delicious body product sometimes, but you don't need to be using sort of active ingredients and stuff on your body. So I would say good body lotion.
Yeah, or a good lippy, like the Maybelline Satin Lip Tints. I think they're
Yeah.
about
nice.
10 quid, maybe £9.99.
Well, the L'Oreal mascara, is that under 10 or is it
The gold one.
Yeah,
I think it is
is it
panoramic.
panoramic.
Yeah.
I was also going to say the Maybelline mascara. The Maybelline
Yeah, they're like
mascara.
around £10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them
Drugstore
on offer.
purchases, Yeah. Finally, where to apply bronzer?
I think it depends what you're trying to do. Like if you're trying to sculpt, I know that's people don't always use bronzer, use like a contour product. But if you're trying to sculpt, I feel like it's more up here, like find where your cheekbone is. But if you're trying to bronze, it needs to kind of be all around here. So you're going to have to, again, watch the
You're gonna
video
have to
version
watch.
of this if you want to know. I think it also does depend on your face shape though.
Yeah.
Because some people like bronze here because they want to like look flushed and like.
I haven't used bronzer for years.
God,
I
use it
barely
every
ever
day.
do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Powder bronzer?
Powder bronzer.
Which one?
I love the Bobbi Brown and Jones Road ones, which are very similar, unsurprisingly. And Charlotte Tilbury, again, the airbrush bronzer. So when actually Chanel, when they brought out the Le Beige range, which started maybe like 10 years ago, I was speaking to the makeup artist that was working with them at the time. And when they launched the bronzer, they launched it purposely with the idea that women applied bronzer in like a 3 shape because they watched a lot of women do it. And it was, so sort of starting at the sort of where your eyebrow starts and going down your face like that. So that's sort of how I apply it. And then I tend to do it all over as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do the same, but with a cream.
I'm a big bronzer.
Yeah.
But then
With
I
a-
don't
with a
fake
like a-
tan. So that it's kind of
same.
it's my tan.
I do that. I get that. What about blusher quickly? Because I love a bit of blusher on the nose, guys.
Same, I
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
It's like the sunburnt
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
look.
yeah, it's sun-kissed
But that's
look.
I kind of like mix a bit of bronzer and blush, so it's a bit more of like a rusty colour. So it looks
Yeah.
a bit like a bit of both.
Nice. Love that. And we could keep going forever. That was great. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Love to have you. Podcast virginity broken.
Popped my cherry.
You're welcome.
It was
And
fine.
big grown up podcast broken too. Woohoo. Thank you so much for listening as well or watching. If you enjoyed that, then please do subscribe. It really does help us out. Don't forget also to tell your friends, rate and review. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.